Good morning, guys. Finally, I am back, and I just decided to pick up the camera. I'm just gonna do this. I'm just gonna vlog. Not per se like a day in the life of my life, but it's just like an update while I do some stuff. You know, talk about where I've been, where the girl has been, and everything. So right now, I'm in the bathroom and I am just going to take a shower. I noticed that it's best to take a shower early in the morning when you wake up. It really helps with your mood. Like for me personally, it helps with my mental state. It helps keep me in a good mood and helps me not to be a Debbie Downer or anything like that. I'm gonna go to town. I need to go buy some groceries. Um, I think I don't know. Do I need to put on makeup? Like, I really noticed that also makeup helps me, like, feel all cute and put me in a good mood, but my skin has not, like, products have not been, like, complimenting my skin very well. I might look cute with makeup, but my skin is just, I mean, look at this, guys. It's just not going away. So I bought this medicine. I'll show you after I'm done with my bath. I'll show you. I bought these pills. I saw it on TikTok. Okay, I know I shouldn't be like listening to what TikTok says, but people on TikTok are real people, and there were a lot of good reviews, and I was like, let me also just try it. So I tried it out, and yo, I'll tell you more after my shower. After my shower, but yeah, after that, so see you guys. Let me just quickly take my shower, and then we'll talk once I am done with my shower. So I'm done with my shower and I feel good. I feel fresh. So I made my cup of tea, but put that aside. So the one that I was telling you guys about is this. This is Vita C Plus with added zinc. So basically on TikTok, the ones that they're using, I think it's in essay, it's just written vitamin C and zinc. So the thing about it is that it has a lot of benefits, but one of them is that it has it helps with the skin, mostly the acne. So when I started using this, it has 100 capsules. When I started using this, it really helped. It really helped my skin. I mean, even from afar, you cannot really see. Like, can you see the dark spots? They were not that much. Okay, they were not this less. They were actually a lot much more visible. So it helped. But the downside about it is that I didn't know that it was actually making me lose weight. I don't know, for some reason, it was making me lose weight. I didn't notice until someone pointed it out that I've been losing weight. And my clothes also started like being baggy on me. And for me, I really like where my weight is, how my body is looking, and so me losing weight because of some vitamins that I'm taking, child, it's making me sick to my stomach. It's giving me anxiety because I noticed that the more I was drinking this, my anxiety was also like being deflated, and it just made me glow. It made me much happier, and I think it played with my mentality as well. So it was on a positive note, but then the downside of it is that it started making me lose weight. So I decided to lay low from it. I'm gonna give it a 2 months break and see either it's the one that's making me lose weight or either it's my diet that's making me lose weight. In my cup of tea, I added mint leaf, and right now my body is shaking, which I'm not sure of what the problem is. At first I thought it was this and coffee that made me to shake, but I don't think so. I've just been going into, like, my system has been going into overdrive, if I could say so. Like, I would really like start just shaking randomly. I don't even know why, and it's really like worrisome. If it were my anxiety, I would understand it, that it's my anxiety that's making me shake like that, but it's not. And it's been going on for a while. So let me go outside, guys. Let me leave this living room to the kids so that I can make as much noise as they want, so that we can chat, child. Like, I am back on YouTube. What? I am back on YouTube. I am shaking. I think it's like, it's the fact that if my body doesn't like take in food by a certain hour, my body will start shaking. Normally I would have breakfast around this time. I would wake up around this time, but child, Namibia is very hot. This summer is summering. It's very hot. So I've been waking up really early. So the earlier I wake up is the earlier I have breakfast. I would normally, like during the school days, I would wake up around 5, but then I'll have my breakfast around 7, and then I go back to bed and wake up around 9 or 10. And then from there, I'll just be like, okay, cool, I'm awake, so now what's next? You know, but by the time that it gets to 12, it depends if I'm working. If I'm doing something, then my body, all of a sudden, my body just shuts down and I start shaking. And most of the time that it used to happen is when I have coffee. You know, I'm a heavy coffee drinker, but I decided to give it a break. I don't even know why I'm having tea right now. I decided to give all this hot stuff a break and just be drinking juice or stuff like that and water. But yeah, and it's really alarming. But other than that, guys, the update, I'm about to get dressed and go to town, and we can talk more on the way. But before that, so where have I been, girl? You've been beating around the bush for the whole 10 minutes. So where have you been? Where have I been? I've been, okay, since last year, I've been trying to get my papers right. I've been in and out of school. If you know, you know, it's in one of my vlogs. You can go and check it out. But last year, I moved to Rundu. I was there for my studies. So I was doing a nursing healthcare assistant course. It's a short course, a 6-month course. For some reason, it got stretched out. It got stretched out. It got so stretched out that it really annoyed me to the core. Did I like it? Yes, I did like it. Okay, so I was there and I finished my course, and it was a real roller coaster. I didn't like finish it on time, and it was not my fault. It was on the institute side. We didn't finish it on time, but yeah, I went through my course. I wrote my examination. I passed my course. I passed my exams. I passed all the fields, and I passed my practicals. And this was my first time really going away from my mom for a while, like for a month, like going away from my family, guys. Like, yo, child, like I had to share a room with people that I don't even know, that I ended up building a bond with them. I am just like that. We just build bonds, you know. I get closer to people depending on their vibe and how you're treating me. And the girls that I was sharing the room with, these girls, I love them, man. I love them. Like, if I were to see them right now, I would hug them. And at school, they knew me as a hugger. This is the thing about me. I love hugging people. So, yeah, we did our practicals. We're done with our practicals. And then our practicals were done this year. In January, we went in January. Early January, came back early Feb, so it was a month practical thing. And luckily it was a 15-minute drive to the village that I was doing my practicals, but I had to go stay there because the cabs were just being unnecessarily expensive towards a student. What? So yeah, after that I came back home to Okahandja. I was here for the whole of Feb and the whole of March, and then April, I drove back to Rundu, where I got to write my exam. And the first day of examination, homegirl's birthday, was in a lecture hall, writing her first paper, and the most difficult paper that this girl has been struggling with. But thank God I passed all, you know, papers. So yeah. And then after that, after my exams, I didn't take time there. I literally, like, I think it was 3 days after my exams, I drove back. I came back to Okahandja, and I was like in Okahandja for a whole good 2-3 months until October. October the 7th, we're supposed to graduate, but we didn't. Okay, I spilled it out there. Bam! Homegirl graduated as a healthcare assistant. Home-based care, right? So we did our graduation. We're done with our graduations, and then I came back. Now I am here. I'm back in Okahandja. I don't plan on going to Rundu anytime soon. We're supposed to go for Christmas, but child, I don't want to go for Christmas there. I was there last holiday, so I'm thinking of like spending my Christmas here. Talking about Christmas, where y'all going for your Christmas? Festive seasons, where y'all going? Okay, and then after that, child is going to get something to eat, and then I'll get dressed, and then we'll talk. Okay, I swear I took longer than I should have taken to go. Okay, but I'm done. It's 12 noon right now, and I am going to town now. I was supposed to go, but then my body started shaking again, and I really needed food in my system, so I just waited to eat first. I had my meal like at 10, and then until now my body is really shaking, but I should be fine. So this is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing my Nike shirt and pants, and with those small sneakers. Techies. They're white, but they look so dirty, and I just threw on these shades. Trust me, you don't want to know the history of these shades. And I'm having this necklace. This is from my sister. It's not mine, it's actually my sister's, and I'm wearing the studs. These are my sister's too. Mine are kind of big, and to go for the compliment, I'm wearing this watch that my mom gave me. It's really cute, I like it, but yeah, it's kind of old. Yeah. And for the bag, I'm having this camera bag. This is my camera bag, guys, and I haven't like carried it in years. It has just been there with the cameras in it, you know. So I decided to wash it yesterday, and I was like, I'm gonna go with this today. So I'm gonna walk while I talk to you guys. At least the sun is not that hot. I can I'm okay with it. So bye, love you too. Okay, so I'm gonna walk to the service station. Oh my gosh, guys, it's been a while since I vlogged. This looks so weird. So weird. Like, I'm so shy right now. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to vlog in town, because I haven't done it in a while. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what's funny? It's like you're walking and you're vlogging. Like, most especially I have the glasses on, so I can hardly see a lot of things. And you don't know who's watching. And then people will be looking at you like you're crazy. But yeah, let them see what. Oh yeah, by the way, the hair, I'm having this pony. It's really old, but I decided to put it on anyways, because I don't know, I think I look cute. I look cute for some reason. But yeah, so, and I'm seeing this man staring at me, guys, while I'm vlogging. This is so weird. This is so weird. Okay, so, but yeah, throughout the whole year, I'm just grateful that God has really brought me this far. I almost died, guys. In Rundu, I almost died. I was attacked by bees. So this is why I'm like walking and passing places like this, guys. Places like this. It's really scary for me, because in Rundu I was walking towards my aunt's house, and then please don't tell me he wants to pee. Oh, okay. And then on my way to my aunt's house, we're supposed to go to the village, right? And then I see these kids running towards me, and they were all crying, and they were in uniforms. I think they looked like they were primary school kids. And I was like, why are you running? Why are you crying? And nobody was telling me anything. And as the last child, the boy passed me, the next thing I know is I'm seeing a bee follow him, right? And I didn't pay much attention to it. I was like, oh, okay. So I just whooped like, oh, okay, you know. And then I continued my way. But as I continued my way, just a few minutes, horror came, my dear. The next thing I know is that my whole face was covered in bees. And I didn't know what to do. Like, home was far, where I was going it was far. I just started screaming and running. And as I was running, like everybody that saw me started running away from me. Nobody was coming to my aid. And I was like, oh my God, this is the death of me. Like I could literally see death. And I ran into this house. And I was just like looking for a tap and all that. The doors were closed. Yo, I couldn't find the tap. And there were mango trees there. I wasn't even sure if there were bees there or not. But the only thing was like, I need water. And then these boys, they just opened, they're like, auntie, what's going on? And I'm like, I'm being attacked by bees, please help. And these boys, God bless their souls. This boy just like, oh, I thought my baller went off. He literally just ran and grabbed me by the hand and pulled me into his house. He took me to the parents' bathroom and tried to put me in the shower. And oh my gosh, the story of Nuwe and its water, there was no water running. And he brought me back into the garage, and they had a container of water, and the whole thing finished on my body. Imagine, probably they fetched that water for the weekend, and the whole thing was dumped on my body. And then after that, I was taken to the hospital. Like I was really bruised. Like I will try to find a picture and insert it, or a video. You can really see how bruised I was, because even though it targeted my face, most of it was stuck in my braid. So it was my scalp that was really bruised. My head was really bruised, and you cannot really tell because I was having braids on. So yeah, that is the first part that I almost died. And I'm just standing here talking as if I don't have somewhere to go. Yeah, after that, I was fine. I recovered, luckily. And it was the same weekend that my mom decided to leave town, guys, to come inside. Then, the second time, which I will say I was at the doorstep of death. My mom left for Chicago to go buy her business stuff, right? Just the moment she left, they drove at 2, and then at 3, you know, I'm always this person who, like, sometimes I see visions, right? And when I see visions, there are times that I just cancel it and then I'm okay. But then there are times that I might cancel it, but then my spirit is just not okay. So that time I was like, yo, no, man. Like this vision. But then I was like, oh, but God is with you, man. But then my spirit was like, yeah, God is with you, but just be alert. And guys, 3 o'clock, after I told my mom to give me the numbers of the neighbors, 3 o'clock, yeah, somebody tried to break into the house, and I was home alone. And I was so scared that my heart I'm going to town. Yeah. And then this guy, like with a big rod stuff, guys, the guy just came and he wanted to break into the house, and my heart stopped. Like I didn't even, at the mall. Yeah. Like my heart stopped. I didn't even notice that my heart stopped. My heart stopped for a whole good minute while I was searching for aid and all that. I called the neighbors, their phones were off, others were not picking up. Later on, my mom also tried, because I told her, like, yo, you have to call these people. Like, I see people here there's a man trying to break in. My mom was like, you're so scared, there's nothing. I'm like, Mom, I'm literally staring at the guy. And then when they came, after I got rescued, okay, and then after that, then I literally like fell on the ground, and my heart, I could feel the pain in my heart. And when people say that here, the person got a heart attack, I think now I know. Mo. I was like, yo, okay guys, let me get a cab. Got a cab here. Don't bump me, please. I swear my phone does not want me to vlog, so I'm gonna end this here now. Hi.
Where are you hiding?
I'm around for now, I guess.
Thank you. You too.
I'm trying to get this,
Ah.
but I would never get it, so I'll have to come for classes.
You know, the thing is, yeah, but this is not learning, it's just quick stuff.
Yeah, but you look good.
A rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful land, but that beautiful. A rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful land, but a rich man's world. I have turned the soul of this beautiful land, but that beautiful.
Guys, I just saw my lecture for tourism and hospitality, and she looks bomb as usual, as always. Man. And I was out here blushing. I don't even know why I was blushing, but I was blushing. She's so beautiful, and she has a good heart. I promise the kids Coke. I'll buy Coke. Okay guys, I think I'm done vlogging for now. Okay, I'm home. I survived. I survived the town. But yeah, you also I stopped vlogging because I just wasn't getting the kind of content that I really wanted. Like, I didn't take out my vlogging stick. I just had to place the phone in the trolley, but then it kept on falling. You all saw that, and I don't know, it was just uncomfortable. It's been a while since I've vlogged, so I was just feeling a little bit uncomfortable. And also the other thing is that my body was shutting down. I started shaking. Good thing about me is that I can't show it that I'm. Come in. Where's Courtney? Where's Courtney? So yeah, I don't necessarily like show people that my body is shutting down, except people in the house. Like, when I'm like literally shutting down, I have to like let everybody know, because otherwise the next thing they'll know or see is me falling to the ground, which has become very alarming. If you know what I'm going through, comment down below and tell me what the hell is going on with me, because I do not understand it. And but I think the lady at the till saw that I was shaking for some reason, because when I was like grabbing the money, counting the money, and just taking my my goodies, like, I was literally shaking. And this girl was standing next to me. She was like staring at me. I was like, stop staring at the sister like that. I know I'm shaking, but don't make it obvious that I'm shaking. But yeah, I, like everything else that I wanted to do in town, I had to like abandon it. I had to let it go. I just bought the food and then came back home, because I was so scared of what could have happened next. And yeah, so what else? I know this video is like a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I feel good, guys. I feel good. I'm at a good space, good place in my life right now. I'm happy. I'm content. Like, I have a lot of things that I want to do in life, and although I did not like achieve everything that I wanted, or most of the things that I wanted to do this year, I've achieved something, a bigger goal. And that my biggest goal in life, ever since I went to school, like being in high school, you know, just trying in life, my goal, one of my goals was that I want to graduate one day, and it happened this day. It happened this year, and I am really grateful to God, because He really, like, He done carry me. He done carry me. Yeah, I'm honored. I'm honored to be able to cross the limit that has been set for me. I crossed that limit, and it's great that me graduating means I've opened up doors for my siblings to also be able to graduate one day. And yo, like it's lined up. It's lined up. So I have goals, I have dreams, and I'm not going to abandon my dreams. Tourism and hospitality, although I didn't finish it last year, I'm still doing it online. So I'm about to grab my certificate, yeah, you know, and yeah, just going forward with what I've always wanted to do in life. And the biggest thing for next year that I want to do is become I want to engage more in public speaking. I've always wanted to become a public speaker, and I've done it once. I've done it once, which came to me with no warning at all, and I really loved it. The adrenaline, the rush, you know. Yo, it's just like me being in the hospital, running around trying to help somebody give birth. Yo, so yeah, that's. I have a lot of things lined up, and I'm hoping to share my journey still with y'all guys. And if you have not subscribed yet, what are you doing? Subscribe. I'm giving you 1 second. Done. Thank you. So yeah, guys, I hope everybody's gonna have a great time this season, this festive season. And just because you did not reach where you want to be in life this year, don't give up. You can still get there. You can still get there. You can be in the relationship that you want. You can be in a financial state that you want. You can be in a business that you want. You can venture into a course that you want. All you have to do is just be focused and put hard work in it, and hard work pays off. And that is something that I really had to like teach myself. I know hard work pays off, but I became very delusional and decided like I'm gonna go with the flow. Guys, whoever tells you that in life you just go with the flow, they lied. You should not. In life you make plans and then you work according to the plans that you have set, the goals that you have set. Going according to the flow of life, you'll end up in the crocodile's mouth, if not that of, I don't know, a whale or something. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for subscribing, and I love you guys. Bye.